right. Hey, we missing y'all. It's Leo season. This your girl T-Bizzle with the giggle in the middle. Welcome to my, I want to call it, summary episode of Buzzin Bizzle. I got special guest tonight, Miss Rhea Harris, who is in the creator, should I say, of the Beyond Beautiful World Pageant, along with her two winners, the Emerald, that's Miss Nina, and the Ruby, that's Miss Christina, to my left here. We're going to talk about what this pageant means and how it all started. Rhea, welcome.
Thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it.
And thank you for coming. So give us a little brief, introduction on who you are and what you're doing and how did the pageant start?
I am a serial entrepreneur. I have a book I've released, Girl Buy 10 Lies Women Think and Tell Themselves About Men. Ooh. I'm a realtor in Illinois, Indiana, Punta Cana, and Ghana.
Come on now.
Yes.
On the islands, Mom.
On the islands. And I am the national director and the creator of the Beyond Beautiful World Pageant.
Ooh, okay.
So many years ago, the words Beyond Beautiful were given to me by God, and I didn't know what they meant. But I wrote them down, and I kept coming back, and I'm like, he's going to let me know. Mm-hmm. And what he told me was, you don't feel celebrated, none of your friends celebrated. This is how you're going to create your own celebration of womanhood.
Nice. Oh, well, come on now. I'm for the women now.
Yes, and turn it into a pageant, but not a pageant that is based solely on the exterior, but the pageant is based on them as women in their totality.
Okay.
So our 4 pillars, as both Emerald, Illinois, and Miss Ruby over here know, are their advocacies, because each one of them represent a cause that is important to them.
Okay.
The Black Pearl Pitch Competition, which is an optional area of competition for women that are delegates in the pageant that either want to start or have a for-profit business or want to start or have a not-for-profit organization. And they do a pitch, literally in front of a panel of judges, for a prize which includes mentorship to take their businesses to the next level. Our national philanthropic arm, which is Project Kennedy currently. This is an organization that deals with the sustaining of life of those that are fighting cancer, their loved ones, and their caregivers.
Okay.
And the last one is the Phoenix Rising Testimonial, which is a mandatory area of competition. This is when all the delegates speak about something that they have achieved, something that they have overcome, or a combination thereof. Because the pageant is live as well as virtual, I tell them there's somebody somewhere that's hearing you that you may never see, and you're going to change their lives.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, give us a little brief introduction of the Emerald and of the Ruby, whoever you want to pick first.
Miss Ruby Chicago is, I say, Christina Williams.
Welcome,
and
Christina.
She is lovely, as you can see.
Thank you.
And Miss Emerald, Illinois, is Nina Addison.
All right.
So,
welcome, Nina.
Our delegates have local titles, and November 3rd and 4th is open to the public, is when they are competing for the national titles of Miss Diamond, which are 21 to 29-year-olds.
Okay.
The Rubies, Miss Ruby, 30 to 39. Miss Emerald, 40 to 49. Miss Sapphire, 50 plus.
Yes.
Come on,
And
Sapphire.
that's right. And the overall winner is Miss Beyond Beautiful World.
Oh, now how old is that one? Is the
That's
age for that one?
whoever is the top scorer overall. So she can come from any of those 4 age groups.
Oh,
So so that women understand, because I know women that are older sometimes tend to have concerns about how viable they still are, how vibrant they still are. Our inaugural pageant, April Williams entered last and was the oldest. And swept it.
Okay, period.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
do not feel that your age,
Yes.
youth, or experience works against you.
That is a good lesson for our female viewers to know, because a lot of times society will have you thinking you're not accepted, you're not beautiful, you're not this and you're not that, and I definitely don't agree with that. I call myself the chunky thickness, because with society make you think if you're not small you ain't got nothing going on, and your pageant is what really touched me. Also, along with my old manager Alice participating, Alice Baldwell of Chicago Girlfriends Entertainment and Jamming with Alice Productions.
Alice was our inaugural Miss Sapphire.
Okay.
And she works with the delegates this year because she loves it.
She does. You done told that girl she got a ribbon. She's still wearing it today. I think she take a shower with that ribbon on.
Yes, she has her sash and everything.
Christina, how did you find out about the pageant? How did you find out? What encouraged you to participate?
Sure. So I actually was on Instagram, and one of our colleagues, Sarita Love, she went live and she was like, I got a surprise, and she was just talking about the beauty pageant. She brought Rhea on as a guest. So I'm tuning in. I'm like, okay, another beauty pageant. And by the way, this is my third beauty pageant that I'm entering in.
All right.
So for me, it's just, being able to continue to embrace who I am and the transformation, rebirth that I'm going through. But I stayed on the Instagram live, and I'm like, okay, this seems like the challenge that I'm looking for right now. So I'm going to be a part of this. And well, here I am.
That's right. She has definitely stepped up.
Okay, I like that. And yes, you are, both you ladies are beautiful. I mean, this is something we need to keep encouraging. And at the end, I want you to tell people how they can tune in or donate or just share. Sharing is caring.
That's right.
To let other women know that could experience the chance that Ruby and Emerald both got. Nina, how did you find out about it?
After last year's pageant, Monique Robeson, one of the hosts.
She is the mistress of ceremony.
Yeah, okay. The MC, right? She was posting so much about it with the passion and talking about how it's a celebration of womanhood. Yeah. And I made a comment and was like, this sounds like something I need to do because it's different. Yeah. And so that's what caught my eye. It wasn't just for a particular look or a particular type of woman, but a celebration of all women. And that grabbed my attention. And I said, wow, okay, let me look a little bit into it. And I did my research. And I think January, I was like, I'm in.
All right. And then you all, like I said, you got blessed to Miss Ruby, you got blessed to Miss Emerald. How do you feel now? Like, what are you sharing your experience with other women that you know so they can also join? Like, what are you doing?
Absolutely. Everybody probably they's probably sick of me. And that's okay. They gonna keep it. I made a post the other day. I said, don't get sick of me, because I know y'all know I gave y'all about a week break, but I'm back at it. And so I have been, one of my sisters actually texted me this morning to answer that question and was like, you've been going so hard, how dare we not be there? And how, they know that anything I enjoy doing or I put myself into, I'm gonna give it my all. If I'm not gonna give it my all, ain't no need of me wasting time with it. Right. And so I took that mentality on, and so the people around me, they're like, you are serious about this pageant, but they also see all the different legs of the pageant. Like when we did the walk for Project Kennedy, and they got an opportunity, and I had family members out of town that said we want to participate as well. So they're able to not just take on the look of the pageant, but also the good that this particular pageant is doing.
So, and Rhea, with that, like you just saying, what did you call it, the leg?
Our philanthropic leg.
Yes, our national philanthropic
leg. Talk a little bit more about that so that people can understand exactly what is it and what's the purpose.
Project Kennedy was created actually by, to give you a little history, my sorority pledge daughter, I'm a Sigma Gamma Rho's biological daughter, who was born a week before my son. And to make a long and sad, heartbreaking story short, she thought she had some dental work done that was a problem, and she wound up having cancer. And so she underwent a long surgery, a long recovery. In her recovery, she wrote a book, She joined Sigma Gamma Rho. She joined the National Council of Negro Women. She went back to college, and she worked 2 jobs. Right before their 25th birthday, she had a reoccurrence, and she didn't make it this time. Her mother, my pledged daughter, Darnisha Evans, is the CEO of Project Kennedy now, to keep not just the organization, but her daughter's memory alive. And so she is the woman, the mother and the daughter that we represent. Resiliency, beauty, tenacity, falling down and getting up.
Yes.
So we embrace that, and so every year we represent for Project Kennedy.
I love it. I love it. If somebody's interested today, what can they do to contact you, Nina, or you, Christina, to even get involved with the pageant? Even if they don't want to be a participant, what can they do to contact you? Will you give them your handles first?
Sure. My social media handles, you'll find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and IG. I said Instagram already. I go by Chrissy the Heartbeat. That's Chrissy with a K. So KRISSY_ the Heartbeat, the one that you can't live without.
That's right. That's right.
So you can find me on there. Facebook, my name is Chrissy Williams on Facebook. Same spelling, KRISSY.
Okay, thank you, Chrissy. And Nina, where can they find you?
They can find me on all social media sites except for Snapchat. Yep.
I'm with you. I call Snapchat the cheaters app.
Oh, I just call it Snapper the chat.
Right. It's only what you posted 24 hours and then it's gone.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't even think about it.
That's how it started.
That's how the name started out.
Snapchat. That's how it started.
Good.
I know.
Keep giving
I'm on all
get off
social
on
media
this.
sites at Nina Motivates, and on Facebook I have my Nina Motivates on Facebook, but my personal page is Nina Addison.
Okay, Nina, and then of course Rhea.
Yes, I am Rhea Ray Harris Yarbrough on Facebook, and it's the Beyond Beautiful World Pageant on Instagram. But for those of you that are interested in being sponsors, we have Platinum, which is our title sponsor, Gold, Silver, Bronze, Black, which would specifically support the Black Pearl Pitch competition, and Purple for those that don't want to give financially but want to give items or support. Go to www.beyondbeautifulworld.com. You can also purchase ads and tickets there. We have live, meaning physically in the building. We'll be at the Atrium, 4143 183rd Street in Country Club Hills.
All right.
November 4th from 5 to 9 p.m. approximately. Sometimes we run long. But you also have the opportunity to buy a virtual ticket so that anywhere in the universe you can watch us, which is why I tell all of our delegates, you are being seen by somebody that you may never see, and you'll change their lives.
Oh, wow. That is, you about to make me cry on here. All right, well, thank you for my guest, Rhea. She's going to be on the remainder of the show. Thank you for these two beautiful guests, Miss Ruby and Miss Emerald. I'm glad you ladies were able to come out and bless me with your beautiful and your presence. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to my second half of Buzzin Bizzle, and I still have my new guest, Miss Rhea Harris here. Oh, we got to talk about these trending topics. You ready, Miss Real?
I'm ready.
Well, as you say, I'm ready. You know,
Lift every voice and swing.
Woo! Of course, the biggest trending topic right now here in our summery August is, of course, if you haven't heard about it, you've been under a rock. But the brawl that happened on the dock in Montgomery, Alabama.
The sweet tea.
Yeah.
The sweet tea party.
I am at a loss for words. Rhea, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you, when you heard about it, how did you feel and what did you think?
My first thought was, it's always a portrayal of one particular group of people being vicious and violent. And that video showed that that's really not what was happening. Mm-hmm. And then secondly, there was the call that went out. I don't know if it was the bat signal when the hat went in the air or what happened. Because it seemed like all of a sudden folks started coming from places. And I'm like, the one guy that was skipping his way down there, I'm like, when somebody's skipping to a fight, you better be ready. You better be real ready. But then all of a sudden everybody's humble and trying to jump off the back of the boat and all this and that. I'm like, but see, men and women were jumping on that one man physically. But when the rubber met the road, everybody's running for cover.
You want to hide.
Mm-hmm. Even the young man that swam from the boat to the dock.
I want to meet that brother. Number one, they always say that black people can't swim.
I can swim.
Bro, man was swimming.
And he was swimming fast.
And after he did the swimming, he gave you the foot fuck.
Right. He gave you the left and the right.
I don't care what the type of negative words is commented on him. He is my hero.
But understand, he's coming from a generation where that quote unquote negotiation and that tolerance it's not there. That's
what we were talking about earlier. Generation Z.
Yes.
Generation Z is not a quiet group. It is not back in the 50s and the 60s that our ancestors had to experience. Generation C, so to speak, is with the shits. You ready to fight? They gonna fight. There ain't gonna be no talking. That's what it is. That's what it is. When I saw the video, I was taken back by, we really try to be professional and we try to do our job. And you got some people that are just, I call them pimple poppers. You just want everything to just burst wide open. You know, like when you hit that pimple and all that pus come out, you gonna keep pushing me to stop me from doing my job correctly. And then you gonna attack me. And it wasn't necessarily, it wouldn't have been white against black, but that's what it was.
You have to understand also the history of Montgomery. They have a racial conflict history. And we have been on the, as far as our ethnic group, have been on the receiving end of a lot. But people have been fighting. This just happened to be caught on video. But it wouldn't have gone there had it not been a provoked situation. And when you have a mob action, because that's what that is, you all ganged up and assaulted that man, none of the other follow-up would have happened. So, like what your shirt says, I have an associate, a designer that's making folding chair earrings and all this and that.
It's for real.
I mean, it's what was the one girl put out a meme? Folding chairs are legal in all 50 states. Know your rights.
You see what I'm saying?
But it was, we're tired of the assault upon us and then being depicted as if we are the aggressors.
All the time.
So the chair only came after you all assaulted the one guy.
I don't know if that gentleman, I did not get his name, but the man that was attacked, Damian Pickett, he was attacked. It was I think a family of 4. Mary Todd, 21. She was charged with 3rd-degree assault. Who else they had? Richard Roberts, 48, faces 2 counts of 3rd-degree assault. Alan Todd, I guess that's her brother, 23 years old. And Zachary Shipman, 25. They all face a count each of 3rd-degree assault. And here's the thing: what I want our viewers to understand, and I think Rhea can also attest to this. Had you handled this differently, we would not be here.
It's about a concept of privilege. If I don't care the ethnicity, nothing about the person who's doing the job, but if that person is telling you, my employer said X, Y, and Z, and is asking you to comply, and you feel like you don't have to for whatever reason,
Right.
and then have the unmitigated gall, the insult to injury, not only am I not going to comply, I'm going to assault you, then you bought a ticket.
Yeah.
You,
That's it.
Let me give you the old school saying. You took that AZZ whooping out of layaway.
That's it.
That's where that went. So they should have been charged.
I'll just, I would like for us to come together and really understand. Are we going to always be silent? Sometimes silent ain't always the answer.
Sometimes you have to meet people where they are. And those people are on the fighting level. So then that means we need to fight.
We got to. It's either got to be a physical fight or a mental fight, and that was the physical fight that we happen to win.
And let's say this before you go to the next topic. Depending on the circumstances, they might have beaten that black man to death.
Oh, they would have. They
And
probably would have
so-
thrown him in the lake and everything
Right.
else. Yeah.
So yeah, that had to be what that was.
Yeah. They were trying to recreate an Emmett Till situation, and it wasn't happening.
No.
Yeah. So shout out to Damian Pickett doing his job and then some. And girl, we gotta get us some caps. So we know
Right.
that's the signal.
Right.
We see that cap roll up.
That's the new school hootie hoo.
Oh, that is it. That is it. And again, I'm telling you, I'm swinging with it. I'm coming with it. We will both, both of us being professionals. Me being an entertainer, an actress, and a comedian, and Rhea with her 17 jobs. It's really difficult to try to be professional, and you feel that you can just talk to me any kind of way or treat me any kind of way, and we're not going.
No.
We just not going.
What did we say backstage? You won't have to get ready because we're gonna stay ready.
We're not going.
That's
Period.
right. That's right.
And speaking about respect, I got to talk about this one because I'm just lost, and I know Rhea, you just waiting on this one. But it was an incident that happened also a couple of weeks ago. Our girl Kiki Palmer.
Harvey, Illinois.
No, Robbins.
Right.
She's from Robbins.
Robbins, Illinois. Yes.
A lot of my homies just from Robbins. She went out with some girlfriends and had on one of her little sexy outfits. And she went to see Usher. Everybody love Usher.
And they say it's a heck of a show too. They say it's a heck of a show.
Yeah, Usher got it going on. Usher bad, he got that snapback. Shout out to Chili from TLC. I got an issue with it. I don't have a problem with it, but I got an issue with it. Kiki, she just had a baby, and the father of her child thought that was a little disrespectful because she had her booty out, and she didn't develop these maternal breasts, and so she got a little shape. And they was back and forth on social media, and he said, "You're a mom." So here's my thing, ladies, and I know everybody is. Look, don't shoot me. I'm the messenger, but I got to be the advocate right now. Do you think that was disrespectful to her son's father? And if not to her son's father, what about just to herself? What's your take on that?
I have a couple of things to say. Number one, you're limited in how much opinion you can give if you are not my spouse. So my child's father is different than my husband.
There it is.
So, and secondly, if there was a concern about my apparel, which we could even have that conversation, but have that conversation with me privately.
Oh man, he didn't have to put
Do
it
not
on
go
social
on social media and try to spotlight me in a negative way, because I don't know if this is accurate, but someone said Kiki Palmer is a Virgo like I am.
She
And
might be.
we're real cool till we aren't.
Push the button. We just talked about that couple pocket.
And so once you start, because Virgos either go quiet or they go way far out
They
there.
They coming.
And she came. And she has a new video, from what I understand, with Usher
Yeah,
and
new
all
song,
this.
Boyfriend.
See?
And she in the video.
Yes.
That is the pettiest video
Ever. Ever.
But I mean, this is it. This is
Don't bring a dull butter knife to a gunfight. He started with a dull butter knife. Here we are. We are the AK-47.
Rhea, I'm thinking, because I never heard of the guy till the baby got here. But beside the point of that, why couldn't he just have came to her and said, "Man, baby, you was a little bogus out there with us," and they wouldn't even be where it's at now.
Sometimes, we have in this social media life that so many people are living. Like when we talk backstage about cyber strong with street weak. See, sometimes we want our little 2 seconds of fame also. Because like I said, I didn't know who the gentleman was either until this came up, and nor did I have a reason to know. But now, you have some traction with your name off of her situation. So I don't know what his intent was, but I question the integrity of it.
Yeah, because this one before, she did the Usher thing and they did post, and she was dressing the same way. Oh, she was fine then. Right. You want to say my baby mama, she got it going on. But now she with Usher.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I told you I wrote the book, Girl By 10 Lies Women Think and Tell Themselves About Men. One of the lies in the book is basically titled, Baby's Mamas Do Not Give You a Title with Rights. You don't have no titles. And the same goes for baby's daddies. That doesn't give you any rights. All that gives you the right to be is a father to the child that you created.
That's it.
So again, you can't come, super extra strong when A, that's not your wife. B, that's not the way to come at somebody. And C, who are you?
Period.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
He lost out. I feel sorry for him.
Do you?
I do. I feel a little sorry for him because it's a lesson learned. You could have saved face, because now he had to take down all his accounts, do all of that. I mean, like I said, I wasn't checking for him. Not discrediting him because I don't know the man. He don't know me. But I just think, men, period. And that's something that I'm learning in this late stage in life. It is a lot of damaged men out here. We so easy worrying about women and their mental health. There's some brothers out here.
I'll say this, and I'll give him this compromise, this play.
Okay.
Because they were raised in a social media world, a lot of their reality they think is in the computer, on the phone, etc.
Okay.
So I'll give him that, because that's not a world that we come from.
No.
We come from, I can really put my hand on you and you're there.
Right.
Not the cyber concept. So I think that kind of plays into how they talk and respond to people, because they're used to people not being real human beings that they have actual relationships with.
Okay.
So he's crying out to who he considers to be his friends, who you probably know 2 of these people in the real world.
You say he got 10,000 followers and only know 2 of them.
Right, seriously.
Okay. All right.
So I'll give him that. We'll give him a little play.
And do you think she handled it? Even with you being a Virgo, do you think she handled it the best way she could?
No, but she handled it like a Virgo probably would.
There it is. In other words, don't mess with the Virgo.
Virgos, I have a little meme that says, the little mean person gets up in the morning and looks in the mirror and says petty and goes get a towel, ties around his neck, and it's now I'm super petty.
Because this video, boyfriend is super petty.
Super petty.
But what we're going to do is, Rhea and my wonderful guest, Miss Harris, we're going to close out the show. We need you all to make donations to the people in Maui that had that tragic, huge fire. A lot of people have lost their homes.
Some people have lost their lives.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. I don't know if our president has declared it a national tragedy yet. He should, but if you can donate, Just something, just get involved, because neither one of us would like to be in that situation. You just lose everything, and you wake up in a fire and you don't have nothing to eat. You can't go to work. You lost a family member. Try to do something, pay it forward, help those people. Just think if it was you.
National Red Cross?
Yes.
And like you said, sometimes let's put our differences to the side.
Yes.
And just be human. And think about if this were me. Even if nobody else thinks like that for you. Because your repayment will come. It just may not come from the person that you helped.
Yeah, do it with no attachments. Make sure you do it wholeheartedly. Don't do it looking for something in return. Just think, if it was you, would you need the love and the help? That's all we're asking. Rhea, again, tell the people what you do and where they can find you. Make sure you tell them each different job.
I am a serial entrepreneur.
All right. Y'all heard that cereal. She's not talking about cornflakes. Right. She's talking about cereal with the S. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
My first book is Girl Bye, 10 Lies Women Think and Tell Themselves About Men.
Where can they get your book?
You can get it. Go to my Facebook page and you'll see the link.
All right.
Also, so you all know, this is not a relationship book. This is a mindset book.
You all heard that? Mindset.
Because the relationship is the outcome. The mindset is how it starts.
Ooh, come on, girl.
I am a realtor in Illinois, Indiana. I just got back from Punta Cana.
You all hear that? And
in Ghana. I'm going to Ghana in December.
Did you all hear that? She said Ghana.
Yes.
She didn't say Gately. She said Ghana.
I'm with Suite 527 Realty Group for Illinois and Indiana. I'm with Aquia, which means welcome properties in Ghana, and Keller Williams Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic.
This is my new best friend, y'all.
See, that's right. We hanging.
I'm finna be bugging.
Yes.
And then tell them one more time about the pageant. That's what I want everybody to know.
I am the creator and the so excited national director of the Beyond Beautiful World Pageant, a celebration for women. Our hashtag outside of those two is Leave No Queen Behind.
Oh, I'd love
because my delegates aren't competing against each other. They're competing to be the best woman that they can be on that stage that night. So to buy tickets, ads, or become a sponsor, go to www.beyondbeautifulworld, because we are worldwide.com. And you can see photos from the first 2 years and the video.
I love it. This is my new BFF.
That's
telling
right.
you now. We're going to be BFFs. Also, I just wanted you to know Buzzin Bizzle is sponsored by B-Side Productions, All Buttered Up, and of course, our number one female motorcycle group, Boss MCs. B-Side Production also is doing ads and taking in anything for new entrepreneurs. So make sure you go to Facebook. You can either contact Maurice Prophet or go to B-Side Productions page so you can tell us a little bit about your business or what entrepreneurial skills you got, and we will definitely promote you. Thank you for tuning in to Buzzin Bizzle. Rhea, you my new BFF, and you all have a good night. We out.